Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas outside, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? And make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits.
That TTG money gang,
and making profits.
We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? My TTG fam, how are you all doing? Happy Fed Day. We got it. We got the Fed. We got the 50 basis points. But you got a really hawkish statement from the Fed. Jerome Powell said some things that the market absolutely did not want to hear. Doesn't matter. We still made money today, folks. Short AMD paid us nicely. Long Moderna paid us nicely. 2 for 2 on the day today. Beautiful day inside of the True Trading Group chat. We were patient. We waited in the weeds like a lioness about to pounce on a zebra, and that patience paid off absolutely beautifully today. Congratulations, my TTG fam, on what was a great day inside of the True Trading Group chat room. But what does this all mean now? Now that Jerome Powell is done, now that you got 50 basis points, now that you got your statement, you got your press conference, what does this mean now for the Santa Claus rally? What does it mean now? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about exactly what was said today from the Fed. We're going to talk about exactly what it means for the likelihood of a Santa Claus rally for the final 2 weeks of the trading month and the final 2 weeks of the trading year. The markets actually did a pretty good job today of absorbing what was, in my opinion, an extremely hawkish Fed. Fed said a lot of things today that the market did not want to hear. If you had asked me yesterday, Mike, this is what the Fed's going to say. Do you think the market is down 0.4% or 2%? I would say 2%. I'm actually surprised the market held in as well as it did today. It was actually very, very choppy while Jerome Powell was speaking. You had bond yields explode to the upside. Then they pulled back. You had stocks crash to the downside. Then they bounced back. It was a very, very choppy action in the overall markets. Usually what you've seen in the many Fed meetings prior is direction and really good follow through on that direction. Not this time. This time it was choppy. This time there was consolidation throughout the afternoon session. After you had an initial move down, the markets rallied during the day. The meeting came out, the markets dropped, and then they just went like this for the rest of the day. And in my opinion, I'm actually impressed with how much the markets held up today. I thought the markets would have gone down more based on what the Fed said. But what did they say? What does it mean for a Santa Claus rally? How did we make money today going 2 for 2? Short AMD, long Moderna. That's how we made money today. We're going to talk about and we're going to discuss all that right here on this live stream. So get ready, get a pen, get a paper, get your notepad, whatever it is you use to take notes with, because we're going to go over a lot of very key important topics that can affect how you are going to position yourself to make money for the rest of this year. We can also talk about a little bit into what happens next year. What are some of my views now on next year? I will be coming out shortly. Now that the Fed is behind us, I will be coming out shortly with my entire outlook for 2023. My TTG family members will be the only people that are going to be getting access to my outlook for 2023. My outlook for 2022 paid us beautifully. My number one sector pick for 2022. Go back and watch my live stream from January 2nd. It was the energy sector. Turns out to be the best performing sector that we had on the year, and it was a beautiful thing. And now my new stock market outlook for 2023, my game plan, how I'm positioning my long-term portfolio, my TC fam, you're going to be getting that within the next couple of weeks. Okay. But we also have to talk about a major scam that was unearthed over the last couple of days. And, you know, we have recently on this live stream, we've been talking about a lot of different things that have been going on in different areas of this market to protect retail traders and investors. That is our goal. Our goal at True Trading Group is to protect retail investors from making the wrong decisions and from putting themselves in bad positions and helping you to achieve your goals of profitability in the stock market. That's why we exist, right? Now, we say a lot of things, we have our own opinions, and a lot of those opinions are not popular ones at the time that we say them, but we continue to be proven right as time goes on, and time has proven us right. You guys may not like the opinions sometimes that I share. You may not agree with the opinions that I share, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not always going to be right. I'm wrong sometimes. It is what it is. I'm human. But know and understand this. There is no malicious intent behind any opinions that we have. It is strictly for your own benefit and what we believe is in the best interest of our TTG members and of our YouTube viewers. And that is what we have done for years. And that is what we are going to continue to do. And that is how we have grown from like 30 members in 2017 to now over 10,500 members as I sit here in front of you today on the TTG platform, almost 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about and uncover today. And let's not waste any more time. Let's get right on into it. So welcome to the TTG live stream. Who the hell am I? My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, and now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform that's available today. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free, where myself, other TTG Pro trading moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons and education that can help you become better traders immediately. So smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. You never want to miss out on any of the live streams that we do, because I'm always giving you golden nuggets and lessons, market commentary, and trade ideas that can help you guys make money. And of course, share the stream on your own social media. Let's educate and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. But why should you listen to anything it is that I share on these live streams? How do you know that I'm not just some other BS fooler that doesn't know his ass from his elbow? I didn't figure this stuff out on my own, guys. I began my career working at a hedge fund in New York City, where I went through a 3-month educational training program before they let me touch $1 of the money. I was trained by professionals to be a professional. And then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession. That was the stock market crash. That was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG. And along with my team of 9 other professional trading moderators and an over 20-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world, from all walks of life and all experience levels and all financial situations, to learn, trade, and profit consistently. You see, we combine university-level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, workshops, and provide mentorship on stocks, options, crypto futures, on all styles of trading, day trading, swing trading, and yes, even long-term investing as well. We take that university level curriculum and we combine it with today's top financial tools. These tools are worth well over $5,000 a year. If you were to go to the companies directly, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, TradingView, Quote Media, ET&A, all of these companies, their products, their tools, if you go to pay for them, it's going to cost you around $5,000. They're on our platform, included at no additional cost when you join the TTG platform. That's a deal that we worked out with these companies after building relationships with them for years. We also give you access to 10,000 of the TTG members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you're going to find. And of course, you'll get access to all the real-time trade alerts from myself, the 9 other professional trading mods in True Trading Group, and that have been able to maintain a cumulative, amongst all of us together, win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 2 years. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, turn on notifications, don't ever miss out on anything. And like I said, share this stream on your own social media. We'll educate, reach out, and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. But today was a big day. Today was a big day because there's a lot happening. There's news out there about retail traders getting scammed again. And we want to talk about that. But first, we want to talk about the Fed, right? That was the big catalyst from today. The Fed meeting, 50 basis point rate hikes. In order to help me go over these conversations, in order to help talk about these topics, I'm going to bring on my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group to have this conversation with you. Everybody give a big ayo to Adam.
What's up, man?
I love the Captain America shield.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I got it on eBay. Apparently it was frozen in the ice for 50 years and then it came to be right now. And
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's lucky you found it. I mean, that's a good deal.
Well,
it's an antique.
It's a lot of responsibility to carry that mantle around, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility. It's really old. It's an antique piece.
I mean, it's made out of vibranium.
Right. Very limited supply on this earth.
Yeah, only found in Wakanda.
Yes.
Got it.
Difficult trade deals with Wakanda. I don't know if we can get any here.
We've definitely put some sanctions on them recently. It's hard, but they are insured by Stark Industries.
Sorry, let's go, man. We're having fun. What's going on?
All right, so let's get right into it. Type the number 1 in chat if you want to hear Mike talk about the Santa Claus rally. Type the number 1 in chat if you want to hear Mike immediately get into what he thinks about the Santa Claus rally. Here. Oh, yeah, there it is. No. There's a lot of number 1. All right, so my 6-year-old is cracking up, says Firefighter Greg. That's awesome, dude. All right, so let's get into it then. The people hath spoken.
The people want to know.
The people want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. I'm incredibly frustrated and confused with today.
A lot of people are.
I am incredibly frustrated and confused today. Yeah, I'm not. You know that's where I'm at.
A lot of people are, Adam. It was actually one of the top managers from JP Morgan was actually on CNBC today, immediately following the statement release. And he goes, I'm very disappointed by the Federal Reserve with this statement.
Real quick. I'm also super disappointed that there's over 1,200 people on here and we have 625 likes. Y'all don't make us panhandle for likes, man.
That is even more disappointing. Guys, smash that like button.
Come on.
We have so much to talk about today. We got the Fed. We're 2 for 2 today. It was a great green day. We got to talk about the Santa Claus rally. We got a lot going on here today.
Come on, man. Get us to 1,000 likes real quick. Let's. Can we stop playing around here for a minute? It's not hard. You just got to click the little thumbs up icon one time. All right, we're almost there. We'll continue in a second. Yeah. Vaseline says, "Don't tell me what to do." Oh no, it's Vase. Sorry. Yeah. Almost there. 800.
Get us to 1,000, folks.
Can you just get it? It takes 2 seconds.
Almost there.
And if you don't like what we're doing, I'm sure there's other live streams that give you real information.
Smash it, folks. Smash it and smash it good. Where we at, Adam?
851, so 150 or 149 left. Not that hard. Let's go.
It's terrible. You got over 1,200 people right now on this live.
Yeah. No.
J Trades, I hope so too. We're gonna do something special, I think, when we crack 100,000 subscribers. Mary said she's waiting for 999 so she can be the 1,000th.
879. Come on, guys.
I'm disappointed in.
Yeah, this sucks.
I'm disappointed in 500 of you, or no, 400 of you.
400. Why?
Because there's 1,200 people watching. If there's 800 likes, 400 people did not hit the like button.
Yeah. That's shitty. $900. Only 100 left. 909. $911. 921. 930. 70 more, guys. 70 more people.
If you guys want to hear my thoughts on the Santa Claus rally,
there is 1, 2, 3, 4 people watching right now. Literally 1,234 people.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like that. 940. 60 people left.
60 more to go.
Dave Norby, have your wife like this.
Yes, come on, Dave.
If Dave Norby's wife joins True Trading Group, I'll give everyone on this stream $1,000. I'm not joking. It's really not a joke.
Yeah, that would be serious. If Dave Norby's wife joined True Trading Group, that would be serious. That would be. I guess you would say that our business has really reached its true potential at that point.
I'd quit.
Yeah, I think I'd retire at that point.
Yeah.
Where are we at? 970?
970, 30 people. This is not this hard. $980. For those that are just joining us, we're waiting until we get 1,000 likes before we continue this live stream.
If you want my opinion?
No. You better not give anything yet.
I'm not. I'm saying if you want my opinion.
Oh, I was going to say, baby, daddy's talking business. Likes. I'll let you know when to proceed. 998.
Oh, we're so Mary. Where are you, Mary? Get ready.
993. 5 people took it away. 1K. There we go.
All right. Way to go, guys. We did it. It only took forever. Yeah, someone just goes, NVAX just flush. NVAX is a piece of garbage.
All right.
All right. Let's dive in, bro. Let's get into it.
All right. So, but for those that are just joining us, the first thing that we asked was how many people wanted to hear Mike's prediction on the Santa Claus rally. I want to hear his prediction on the Santa Claus rally because, as you know, he has been extremely vocal on here about how he believes there's a Santa Claus rally coming, no one's positioned for it, so on and so forth. Mike, what does today change for you, if anything?
It definitely makes It definitely makes things more challenging. The fact that Jerome Powell the Fed was more hawkish today than they were before you had inflation come in light. And that's why everybody was so surprised at this today, because the Fed has gotten 2 consecutive months of lighter than expected CPI, and they were more hawkish today than they were at the last meeting. And the last time that Jerome Powell spoke, they said very specifically, we need to see multiple months of lighter inflation to feel good that inflation is doing what we want. And he said today very specifically, inflation is coming down, but we need to see significantly more evidence. What do you mean by significantly more evidence? You said you wanted multiple months of back-to-back lighter inflation. You got it.
Right. I think what he meant was we need to not see the stock market go into the 420s before the end of the year is what he meant to say.
What he doesn't like is what you've seen transpire over the last couple of weeks, which is bond yields have come down, mortgage rates have come down, credit spreads have tightened. All of these things lead to what is considered easier financial conditions. When financial conditions are easier, that promotes spending, it promotes lending, borrowing, growth, and activity, which adds to inflationary pressures. So the Fed doesn't like the fact that financial conditions have loosened over the last couple of weeks. And that's why every time that we've seen this happen in the past, when financial conditions loosen, Jerome Powell comes out and he's very hawkish in order to get financial conditions to tighten again so that you don't have an increase in growth, an increase in spending, an increase in borrowing and lending that would add to inflationary pressures. So if he came out today and was more dovish, and let's say the market right now was at 411, 412, then the Santa Claus rally would just be 100% confirmed. If he was dovish today, it would just be confirmed. And I would just look for the markets to just float their way up to 420 before the end of the year. Okay. He didn't do that today. As a matter of fact, it was the exact opposite. They were excessively hawkish, more hawkish today than they were prior, even though you got lighter than expected CPI for 2 months in a row. They actually raised their target Fed funds rate to 5.1. Now, I said very specifically on the live streams for the last 2 days, one of the things that would make the market go down from this Fed meeting would be if the Fed moved their Fed funds target up over 5%. They did that. They moved it, it was around 5. Now it's 5.1. You had 17 members of the Fed move their target above 5. 7 members move their target above 5.4. Those are very high numbers that the market was not expecting. But then Jerome Powell said, somebody had asked him a question about maybe doing 25 basis points each meeting, because that would allow you to take the data that inflation is giving you month by month and slowly raise rates until you get to a point where you feel that the inflation data is cooperating enough to what you want to see. And he actually welcomed that comment. He welcomed that question. That is the reason why the market started to move back to the upside right here. That was that question. So when he was asked that question of, well, then maybe 25 basis points is what you get at the February meeting. And if you get 25 basis points at the February meeting, then that is actually a good thing. And the Fed slowly raises by 25 basis points into next year to eventually come into a point where they end up pausing. So I think Jerome Powell today was excessively hawkish, but I think the bond market is seeing through him. Now, what I mean by the bond market is seeing through him, when the statement initially was released, you had stocks just crater. Stocks cratered when the statement was released. Bond yields exploded. The 2-year, the 10-year exploded. But as time went on, bond yields started to retrace all the way back to be flat on the day. Stocks started to find their footing and actually bounce back, and then they just started to consolidate. This is actually, in my opinion, very constructive price action for what was an excessively hawkish Fed. And in my opinion, the bond market is calling BS. Because if the bond market actually believed that they were going to raise the Fed funds target to over 5%, the 2-year treasury would have moved significantly higher. Right now, the Fed funds rate is above the 2-year treasury. That should not be the case if the bond market really believes that by March, you're going to have a 5.1, 5.25 Fed funds rate. The bond market should have moved further. Bonds should have gone down by a much bigger amount, and yields should have gone higher by a much bigger amount. They didn't. That tells me that the bond market is challenging the hawkishness that Jerome Powell just gave you. And if the bond market's not going to fall for this.
What reason?
Because what you're seeing, because they think his hawkishness is purposely just to keep financial conditions tight, that they're not actually going to do what he is saying. That's what the bond market's telling you.
Has he given any indication through his actions, not his words, in the past that he will not do that?
Absolutely not.
So then why are they calling his bluff right now?
Because the bond market, and this isn't like a debate. If the bond market believed 5.1 was where we were going.
I'm asking why.
I'm just telling you, I'm explaining to people on the live, Adam, because a lot of people don't understand how the bond market works and why it's relevant. Everybody on Wall Street will tell you the smartest minds on Wall Street are in the bond market. Everybody will tell you the bond market leads, the equity market follows. Any professional will tell you that. Now, when you look at what the bond market did, the 2-year treasury should be higher. It's not. So what I think that is telling you is that investors are saying, guys, do me a favor, answer the poll real quick that we just put out in chat. Just answer the poll that we just put out in chat. The bond market, in my opinion, is telling you that inflation is coming down. It has peaked. It's coming down. It's working. But Jerome Powell can't come out and say that. Because if he comes out and says that, everyone's going to get too excited. Then bond yields will go down even further. Mortgage rates will come down. Equity stocks are going to rally and financial conditions loosen. And then inflation becomes a problem again. So he can't tell you that. He's got to come out and be excessively hawkish. And the bond market is telling you, Jerome, we see you, bro. We hear what you're saying, but we both know you're not going there.
Can you explain to me why that is not manipulation?
Why what is not manipulation?
Why him taking that approach publicly, so essentially the bond market, the smartest minds on Wall Street are saying Jerome Powell is full of it.
They're not saying he's full of it. They're not saying he's full. They just don't agree with where they're saying that they're going to take rates in 2023. They're not going to cut rates. Anybody that's looking for a rate cut, forget about it.
But brother, that's not what I'm asking. I don't think anyone expects a rate cut between now.
No, I'm talking to people. I was answering comments from people in chat.
Okay, what I'm asking you is very direct. If he is saying something, let's play just devil's advocate or just follow me for a second. If he is saying something publicly that he himself does not believe to be true or doesn't 100% believe in, but is saying it with the purpose to keep things tight, even though things may be looking better, that is not giving the people the information on a even playing field.
That is probably the grayest line you can possibly find, because setting monetary policy is their job. And the words that the Fed uses is a form of monetary policy.
I get that he's doing his job, and I get that it's a form of monetary policy, but I feel like, I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen. We got 50 basis points today. That's what was widely expected. It was a 90% likelihood of 50 basis points. You got the 50 basis points. But the statement from the Fed was extremely hawkish. And the bond market is telling you that they don't believe that the Fed funds rate will be at 5.1 or 5.4 next year. If the bond market believed that, the 2-year treasury, the 10-year treasury would have went higher today. Now,
yeah,
they
Mike,
spiked. Wait.
Hold on 1 second. Didn't he say the same crap about it being transitory?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so my point is, at what point does this become like?
Well, they were just.
Hold on 1 second. Why is it okay for him to determine what we need to know? Why couldn't he just say inflation is going to be an issue? And now why can't he just say inflation is still an issue, but it's getting better? Like, why do we have to go through all this bullshit? That's what I don't understand.
The transitory thing was not. They were just wrong. They believed that the inflation would be fixed because they believed the supply chain issues were going to be fixed, and they weren't.
How do you have that information?
What?
How do you have the information that you believe? I guess what I'm saying is, how do you know that he really believed that versus what he was trying to massage? How do you have that info? How do you know that this isn't the same?
Because that was the transitory thing was the exact opposite. They were wrong on that. There's no benefit or gain. They weren't trying.
Time will tell.
They weren't trying to ease financial conditions by telling you that it was transitory. Financial conditions were already the easiest that they've ever been in history. So there's no benefit there from him doing that purposely. They were just wrong about what inflation was going to do last year going into this year. This is a situation where the bond market believes that inflation has peaked. It's coming down. They think it's going to continue to come down. And the Fed might have told you today, we're going to go to 5.1. But the bond market's telling you December's inflation number is going to be light. January's inflation is going to be light. And they're going to raise rates in February, maybe one more time, and then pause. Or they're going to raise rates by 25 in February and 25 in March and then pause. Or
that is the most likely scenario.
Or give you 50 basis points in March. So the bond market's telling you that you're either going to get one of the two scenarios. A 50 basis point hike in February, there's no meeting in January. A 50 basis point hike in February, and then they pause. No hike in March. Or a 25 hike in February and a 25 hike in March. That's the bond market's telling you that they think is going to happen. And the reason why the bond market believes that's going to happen is because the bond market thinks that inflation has peaked and is going to continue to come down. And next month, there's going to be a 6 in front of inflation. And by next year, there'll be a 5 in front of inflation. And yes, still too high, but coming down. That's what the bond market said. Doesn't mean the bond market's right, but that's the signal that the bond market gave you today. And that's the reason why the stock market is not down 2% today. If that was the case, the stock market should be down a lot more today than it is. And it's not. You're down 0.4%. You've all seen a Fed meeting before. You've all seen when Jerome Powell comes out and lays down the hammer, we go down 800 points on the Dow, 1,000 points on the Dow. We're down 2.5% on the SPY. We're down 0.4. Some smells a little fishy. So listen, if the bond market does not believe the hawkishness that you just got today, you still could move to the upside into the end of the year. The market held a key support level today at 397.5. 397.5 got tested today, not once, but twice, and it held it both times. Why is 397.5 important? Well, look back to the left. There's your resistance at 397.5. It's very clear Then you drop into that level today and you actually held it. And you held this level. You're down 0.4 after an extremely excessively hawkish Fed. The Fed said everything the market did not want to hear. The market did not want to hear you're raising your target. The market did not want to hear you poo-poo on inflation. The market didn't want to hear all of these things, but that's exactly what the Fed gave you. Why is the market not down more? Why did the bond market pull back in? Those are the things that make me think, look at today's price action and say, this was the most indecisive market reaction to a Fed meeting than we have seen in months, probably all year. This is the most indecisive action. And I think that's the reason why. And when I look at the bond market and look at the stock market and I see what Jerome Powell said, that's my analysis on what just transpired today.
So it still doesn't really answer the original question. I know we got sidetracked, so I'll repeat it. Where does that leave you for your theory on a Santa Claus rally? And first, what I'd like you to do before you answer that, define what a Santa Claus rally is, because I think I maybe even got it wrong today. I asked people in chat, just as a just as an idea, if the stock market went from this price to this price, would you consider that a rally? Most people said no, that would not be a rally. I would like you to tell me, basically what I said was, if the stock market goes from, if the SPY goes from 398 to 410, is that a rally? And a lot of people said no, that it was not. From 398 going into 410 to the end of the year. I would like to know what you consider a Santa Claus rally to be specifically, and what is your opinion on where we stand with it going forward from this day?
Well, the definition, all a Santa Claus rally means is that the stock market's going to go up from now to the end of the year. It doesn't have to go up a certain percentage. The actually Santa Claus rally for the period that is into Christmas, on average from 1970, 1970, I think, or something like that, or 1950, with over 75% since 1950, going into Christmas and the end of the year, the stock market has gone up more than 75% of the time on an average of 1.5%. 1.5% is not a big move. And 1.5%, you're talking about, less than a 10-point move to the upside. So if you're, so when you're talking about, that 410 level, that would be more. If you went to 410, that's more than a 1.5% move. So if we got to 410 between now and the end of the year, that would be considered a Santa Claus rally. The market has gone up 10 points into the end of the year. You're not going down into the end of the year, you're going up. That would be considered a Santa Claus rally. The extent of the rally does not define a Santa Claus rally. It's just the fact that the markets go up into the end of the year. That's just the definition of a Santa Claus rally. Now, if you came out, if you got a dovish Fed today, my target for the end of the year was 420. If you got a dovish Fed, 420 is my target. You didn't get a dovish Fed today. So now I kind of
move target right now.
Now those expectations I feel like are a little bit more tamed. That 410, 411 area would be where I would look for the Santa Claus rally to get to, but that's a big level of resistance.
Okay, fun fact. Let's go over. Let's go over real quick. I asked all the mods today in chat what their end of the year prediction is. Right. So Chris Toner said 410. Wolf said 385. What do you think of that?
It's what I would have expected off of what the Fed said today. And the whole point of why, listen, let me be clear. The Fed said everything that I did not want to hear.
We got that, bro.
Right. The market should be down more today than it is. And I just think
you're saying it's not because the bond market is calling BS.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Got it. So do you think that 385. What do you think of the Wolves 385? Do you think that that's totally off or
No, I don't think that's totally off.
all right?
Listen,
So that's in the range.
no, I don't think that's totally off.
Jessica had 408. Momin had 390. Jay had 420. I think that's a bit much. I offered him to go down to 415. What do you think? Do you think 420 is realistic?
Dude, it's not that far away.
I'm asking. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. My job is to ask the question. I am asking you to answer the question.
Yes, I would say 420 is possible, but that's the very top. Like if you gave me a range, right, of where could the market move in the next 2 weeks, 420 would be the absolute top of that range. That would be like the most bullish possible scenario.
Do you think that between now and the end of the year that the range that we trade in is 385 to 420?
No. If we trade in a range, you're not breaking 390.
Explain that.
390 is a huge level. The low 390s is a huge level. If the market's going to be range bound for the rest of the year, when a market's range bound, what does that mean? That means it stays stuck underneath a resistance level and above a support level. And it just trades in a range that's bound by those two levels. Those two levels are extremely obvious when you look at a chart of the SPY. And if you zoom this in, I have the two lines drawn on my screen. This is your range. You've been in this range for the last 3 weeks, for the last month, rather. You've been in this range for a month. And that is 390 bottom end, 410 top end. So if you're going to stay range bound, you're going to stay inside this range.
Mm-hmm. If
you were to break 390, then you're no longer range bound. You're breaking under this range, and then you look for downside. That would be a break out of the range. Just like if you get above 410, you're no longer range bound. You have broken out of the range, and then that is when Jay's target of 420 comes into play. And you can get there in a matter of like 3 days. When you go into the end of the year, when the market has an established direction going into the end of the year, it oftentimes just floats. And it floats because the volume is so light, because so many people are not working in between Christmas and New Year's, and so many people are off and they're on vacation, that when computers give you a direction and computers have made a decision on direction, there's not as much volume on the opposite side of that trade to stop that direction. And oftentimes you get these little floats where it's like a balloon that you let go of and you're like, what the hell? That's how you would get to 420. It'd be a very low volume float.
That is what Chris Toner said today. That was the exact word that he used to describe it. Was he believed that it was going to float, like to float up, right?
Okay. Yeah, because that's what happens when you get really low volume like that. And typically that's how Santa Claus rallies have happened over the last several years, where it's like you get these low volume floats where it's not a massive breakout. It's just this slow little move to the upside because there just isn't any, there's not as much volume on the opposite side of the trade. And the market just does this low volume float. That's what a lot of Santa Claus rallies have been in the past. Yeah.
My prediction was not that mine matters, but 408 is what I'm calling.
Yeah. I mean, that's that 410 resistance level, you know. I mean, that's
there's 11 trading days left in the year as of today.
Wow, that's it. That's crazy.
Yep. So I think that most people would agree, or maybe they don't, but this is what we've talked about on here quite a bit. Well, here, before we get into that, just want to reiterate real quick. You've just let me finish, then you tell me if I just hit on everything. Let's do a recap of what it is that we just said. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Jerome Powell said everything you didn't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
However, the market and the public got exactly what they expected with regard to a 50 basis point rate hike, lower CPI. They were not expecting a higher target rate, but the bonds market is calling BS on Powell's statement.
Yes.
Therefore, even though the market should be down way more than they are right now, they have held. And you are saying that you find that interesting because the bond market has the strongest and best minds in the stock market. And if they're calling BS with their, on Powell's statement, then you feel good that potentially this market does experience the Santa Claus rally and kind of float up between now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
That is where you are at right now.
That's where I'm at right now.
Type the number 1 in chat if you feel like we answered the question to your satisfaction before we move on, guys. Type the number 1 if you feel we answered the question to your satisfaction before we move on. Excellent. Look at that, bro.
Perfect.
We did it. Okay.
Listen, it's a really important topic, and it does require, some really good understandings of market dynamics. And a lot of people don't understand the bond market. It's important that we talk about that. It's important you understand that dynamic and that relationship, and why and how I come up with the opinions that I do have. Whether my opinions are right or wrong, time will tell us, but this is how I come up with this analysis.
All right. What will give you confirmation? What will give you confirmation that the thing you feel good about today is going to take place?
If we're green 1% tomorrow, it's on.
Okay, is that the barometer? Is that what we're telling everyone here?
That's how I feel. After today.
Okay, so we're green 1% when? On the open? On the close?
No, just tomorrow. So here's the deal.
What if we're green 1%?
Listen, here it is. Here it is. 405.50. Here it is. You ready? Here it is.
Everyone pay attention.
Pay attention. Call it 406. Okay. See this line right here? If tomorrow you get over that, then I feel good the Santa Claus rally's on.
But get over it what? For like 2 minutes? What do you mean?
No.
We hit 415 the other day for like 3 minutes and then crashed all the way back
seconds,
down.
Yeah, it was like seconds actually.
Right. So what am I
with the CPI number?
So what are you saying?
No, listen, tomorrow, if you close above this level tomorrow.
Okay, so close above that level.
Yeah, if you close above this level tomorrow. So let's say the market tomorrow, and I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm saying if this happened, the question is, let's be clear, what would give me confirmation the Santa Claus rally is on? If this happens, if you have a strong green day tomorrow and the market closes strong green, that tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. If the Santa Claus rally is not going to happen, in my opinion, the market has to go down to like 394 tomorrow. Has to.
You mean close at 394?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's important. It could touch 394 in the afternoon, and then everyone can, that listens to this will think, it's off.
Oh, yeah, no.
Why I want you to be very specific so that we can come
so this
back
level,
this
405.50, this 405.50, this 406 level. If tomorrow you were to close above this level, then I'm confident the Santa Claus rally is on, and you will move to the upside. Honestly, I don't even think you need to get above that level for me to feel like the Santa Claus rally is on. That would confirm it. But just if the market is green tomorrow, like half a point, 75 basis points, or if it's up green 1% tomorrow, that tells me this market's you're going to get the follow through, and you're going to get a candle. It's going to look something like this, right? You'll get a candle that looks something like, if you get a candle that looks like this tomorrow, and I'll draw this out for you guys. If this is what the market does tomorrow, then the Santa Claus rally, in my opinion, is on. And I'll be long. Okay. I'll be long into that if that is the case.
Where did we close today?
Above 400, like 400. And right now we're at 450 right now.
450.
That's where we are right now.
$400.50.
That's where we are right now. $450.
Okay.
I mean, 450.
So the lines that you were drawing were at like 405.
Yeah.
You think we're going to 405 tomorrow?
That's not the question you asked me.
Okay, so you're saying if we go to if we close, very specifically, if we close at 405 tomorrow, that is all the confirmation you need for the Santa Claus rally.
Yep.
What if we close at 403?
I still feel good. Listen, if the markets do this tomorrow, right? Markets do that tomorrow, I still feel I feel good about it, but I think this is a big level of resistance, and you got to get through it. A lot of times when you have these Fed meetings,
would it have? What catalyst do you see tomorrow that would give this, other than the market digesting the information and the bond market calling BS? What?
Well, that's the biggest part of it. But you also have jobs data tomorrow, so we'll see what that comes in at.
Well, the jobs data has to come in. Which type of jobs data is tomorrow?
Jobless claims, initial jobless claims, and continuing jobless claims.
Everyone wants to see that number go down, right? I'm sorry, go up.
Go up, yeah.
So if initial jobless claims are coming higher than expected, then that'll be good.
That'll be good, because Jerome Powell was very specific in his speech today that the labor market is still very strong, and like talking about it in a negative way because of inflation, wage inflation, et cetera, and the labor force and the labor market being imbalanced. He talked about that a lot today, that there's still a major imbalance in the labor market. But in the same breath, he says, we think unemployment is going to be at 4.6 next year, which is 1% higher than where it is now. So
and way lower than what the average is.
Yeah, your 30-year average is 5.2. So even if you go to 4.6 next year, you're still below your 30-year average. That's nothing. 4.6 is just normal.
But is the number going to be skewed tomorrow for jobless claims, because we're getting into the holiday season and there's seasonal work that maybe is starting to get taken into account? No?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I feel like there may be what in a normal environment is a good jobs report tomorrow, but I feel like there's, that's probably.
Yeah, I mean, it would make the bond market would, in my opinion, would probably react favorably if the jobs number tomorrow is higher than the expectation. You probably get a pop, because it's just going to make people think that Jerome Powell is just even more full of crap with his speech today, because he specifically talked about the labor market and jobs. And he said, people are not laying people off. He goes, aside from tech companies, and he goes, that's a whole different ballgame because of how much they expanded and grew during COVID. Okay. He said, you have companies that went from 20,000 employees to 80,000 employees, and now they're cutting jobs back to 60. They're still more than double where they were the year before.
But that's what I was telling you earlier this year, when you're like, everyone, you and I were talking, you're like, everyone's getting laid off, and these companies, and that's what I was saying, dude. I was like, they doubled and tripled during COVID.
Yeah, all the layoffs that you've seen, the big layoffs you've seen, were from tech companies that grew exponentially during COVID. And that growth was not realistic. It's not sustainable. But Jerome Powell said today, he's like, nobody wants to lay off workers because it's too hard to replace them. So if you all of a sudden see a jobs number tomorrow where jobless claims are higher than the expectation, then people are going to be like, Jerome Powell, what are you talking about? You said we want to see significantly more evidence inflation's coming down. What? You got 2 months of lighter than expected CPI. The labor market is still extremely tight. What? The jobs numbers were just more jobless claims than people thought. You're full of crap. You're not going to 5.1. And the bond market will react to that. And if I see the bond market do that tomorrow, I'm going to feel confident that the market's going to move to the upside because the bond market's telling you that. The bond market's telling you that the Fed's not going to 5.1. So I'm going to watch the bond market very, very, very closely. Tomorrow's a huge day for what the market didn't give you direction today. It's the first time that I can remember this year that a Fed meeting did not give you direction. It gave you complete indecision, complete and total indecision. Nobody knows what to do from today because everybody is so confused. They're like, Jerome, I don't understand. You got exactly what you wanted. There's layoffs happening in tech. Okay. Real estate prices have stopped moving up. Inflation's cooler than expected. Wheat prices and oil prices are back below the Russia invasion price. What else do you want? How could you come out today and be more hawkish than you were before all of that took place?
He's manipulating the market, bro. He's manipulating the market. Bro, it really is that simple.
There you go. There you go.
I don't understand how one man, how there has been this much power given to one person. This is, in my opinion, the most powerful man in the entire country at this point.
He is. I said that yesterday on the live stream. He's the most powerful man in the world. His words affect trillions of dollars in valuations. So far, all you got to just look around. All the only places you've seen layoffs so far: tech, real estate. You haven't seen it in leisure. You haven't seen it in hospitality. You haven't seen it in manufacturing yet. It's been in tech and real estate.
Insane. All right.
Tomorrow's going to be a really interesting day, man. I mean, the market listened to Jerome Powell today, and I think the markets were very, very confused. And we're going to see if the markets really make a decision into tomorrow. And if you get a much lighter than expected jobless claims, the markets will probably believe Jerome Powell more, and you probably trade to the downside. If you get a higher than expected jobless claims, the markets are going to see right through Jerome Powell even more. Bond yields will probably drop, bonds will go up, and then stocks will go up.
Hey, I'm in your corner on this. I do think that we float higher into the end of the year. I think Jerome Powell is full of crap. I think that people are going to digest this and sniff this out. I think it would take some other form of unexpected negative catalyst for us to completely collapse before the end of the year. Doesn't mean we can't, but that's just my opinion. There's too many big data points that came in the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I do think that first quarter of 2023, y'all better be I myself, now I'll speak for myself. I'm going to be extremely cashed up going into the end of the year and the first quarter of 2023, because I think, like you think, that the market is going to, is going to pull back hard.
Yeah,
at which point I am going to back that truck up.
There you go. Here you go, baby.
Because it's just going to be, I think that the first 2 quarters of 2023 are going to be really volatile and down. And then I think we start floating back up to a return to normalcy.
I think the market sells off again in the first half of next year, bases out mid-year, starts to recover at the end of next year. So I'm with you on that. I'm going to be, if I'm correct in my analysis, I'll be adding in my long-term portfolio somewhere around April, May, June, something like that. Right? April, May, June is where I'll be looking for. How many people on the live stream right now, though, real quick, that are not members of True Trading Group? If you guys are not members, go ahead and type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. We got about 1,500 people that are on here with us live. Just type TTG.
Yeah.
Type TTG.
And in a minute or two, we're going to get into the big Atlas Trading, Zach Morris, scam that kind of came to fruition. I have some big updates on that as well. So that's next. So don't go anywhere. We're not done here yet.
Yep. We got Luke, Savage, Trader Sauce, Hidden Gem, Casual Fool, Twisted Merm, MJ, Shorting Santa, Abuelito, Gilly, Tony, Non, Sunny, Carson Weldon, new member as of yesterday. Cool. Umberto. A lot of new faces that are with us here today. Who's your daddy? Welcome back.
All right. So, real quick, how many people in here right now are not trial members of True Trading Group? Type the number 1 if you're not a trial member of True Trading Group. If you are never been a member, you're not a trial member, type the number 1.
Lots of number ones.
All right, here's what we're going to do. There was a lot going on today. In chat. We were not, our primary focus today was, I don't know, whoever was in chat today, you heard Mike, he was on there. He's on there every day, but we were really, there was very little quiet time in chat today. And there's usually not a lot of quiet time. So this, you can imagine how active everyone was. We were not able to, get our, we were not able to get our holiday sale launched and ready. I'm going to need one more day to do it. So what I'm going to do is this. Just to buy myself some time, you guys are going to benefit. Last night, we gave away a free annual membership. Okay? A free annual membership to one trial member. Okay? I will do the same again tonight after we are done with this stream. If you would like a free membership to True Trading Group, type the number 5 in chat. If you would like a free membership to True Trading Group, type the number 5 in chat. Yep. It's a lot of number 5s.
Man, people like free stuff. Come on, Bo, get out of there.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. This is going to buy me some time, give somebody else a chance to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. Right after this live stream will be done right around 5:30, 5:45. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go into our main chat room within True Trading Group. All right? And we are going to do a quick walkthrough of the platform. Okay? And I will go ahead and give you and we'll do a giveaway for all trial members. That means that you have to be a trial member in order to participate in this. Okay? If you want to participate in this, our trial is $3. It is a one-time payment of $3. There is no auto renewal. There is no auto upgrade. If you don't cancel your trial, you will never be charged again. It will simply expire. The $3 is to show that you're a real person. If you want to do this, if you want to be included, go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3.com. You'll put in your first name. You'll put in your email. You'll click yes, I want this. You'll select you enter the CAPTCHA if you want to do it. Click yes, I want this. And then you'll be taken to a trial member application. We have an application because if you're just looking for stock picks, if you have, no money to invest in, if you're just looking for stock picks, if you're trying to join the trial to make the free membership, look, we don't want you in there. This is for people that actually want to learn to trade, that are willing to invest time and money into something that can and will work for you, or have the potential to if you put in the time into it. So again, Joe, please complete the trial form so I can show him what happens next. Almost there. Then you'll be taken to the checkout page. As you'll see here, your $3 trial is a one-time payment only. That is it. There's no renewal. There's no trick or catch. It is a one-time payment. We need to make sure you're a real person. That's all. If $3 is too much, don't worry. We accept PayPal credit. That was a joke, Mike. You can
I know it was, man. I laughed.
All right. Liz, you're an old member. Can I register? Liz, we will not allow you to participate for the giveaway, but we will allow you to come back at a steeply discounted product or price. So, no, we do not take FTT token. However, Sam Bankman-Fried and Zach Morris will be trying to use FTT in order to pay for commissary.
Ouch! Oh, man. Zing! Ah!
Okay.
Oh.
So, hang on a second. I'm going to share my screen, and here's what I will do.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm going to share my screen in a second. All right. So, if you are a trial member, after you sign up, this is what it looks like. All right, here we go. Let's log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. This is what you'll see after you log in. There's a big countdown up here. This is the price for the first 2 days that you're a member, 2 days after, 2 days after that, 2 days after that. Okay? You're going to go over to the left-hand side under chat room. Click main chat room. It will open up. I have now opened the chat room. The chat room is open. This means that after you sign up, this is where you go. Sign up for the trial, get in chat. The second that we are done with this stream, I am going to give away another annual membership. However, since there can only be one winner of the annual membership, everyone else that registers, I'm going to give you a one-time take it or leave it offer to sign up for a True Trading Group membership, because tonight before I go to sleep, I will be making the price above $1,200. That will be the holiday sale for the rest of the year, and then this price will go above $1,500 after Christmas, and then in $2,000 into the next year. That is not a sales tactic. That has been the plan all along. So, take advantage of it if you want it. Yeah, if you're an old member and you want to come home, we will give you an amazing discount. Okay? Inflation hitting TTG price too? Yeah, sorry, brother. It is what it is. But no, it's not really inflation. But here, if you want to come back home, if you're an older member that maybe has not come back and wants to, send us a text 786-505-4049, 786-505-4049. You are welcome to come home. We will give you a very good price and a very good deal to come back. All right. Excellent. All right, very cool. So that is it with that. But if you're a trial member, log into chat now. We will go in there and give it away, and you will get a deal, a special offer after that is done. Okay? If you just signed up, go to main chat room on the dashboard. I'll show you guys again in a little bit. All right.
So guys, again, TTG.com. That's TTG3 spelled out.com. Enter your name and email, fill out the application. If your application's approved, you will then be prompted to pay $3. $3 is a one-time payment. It's not there's no automatic upgrade. There's no automatic renewal. There's no reoccurring payment. It's a one-time payment just to make sure you're a real person. And then you'll become a trial member. Then go on your trial dashboard. And on the left-hand side, you'll see a tab that says main chat room. Click that. You'll go into the main chat room. And then immediately following this live stream, we will give away one free annual membership to the trial members that are signing up here. Okay? So you guys want to take advantage of this? You guys want to take advantage of this because even the trial members that, even if you don't win the free annual membership, we'll give you guys a take it or leave it deal. Something that we wouldn't do on these live streams. We'll give you guys a take it or leave it deal if you guys want to join the TTG family after we go through and do everything inside of the main trading chat.
Yeah, take advantage of this deal, and that will be the last. This will be the last time that we will need to do this. Don't bank on this later. If you're interested, this would be the time.
Yeah, guys.
All right. If we were going to do this again at some point, I would say, okay, you have a little, I would tell you don't. This is going to be it. After that, the price is just going to be what it's going to be. And it's worth it because people are making money. So for as long as people can and continue to become better traders and make money with us, we will be charging appropriately. So, and I mean, don't take my word for it. I mean, there's people that are making money and becoming better traders, right, Mike?
Yeah, guys, don't take our word for it. We'll prove it to you. Guys, type the $ right now in chat if you're a member of TTG and you're making money and becoming better traders. Type the $. Now, anyone that's not a member that's on here, I highly suggest you get your butts on over to sign up for that trial because you're about to see right now how many members of your trading group are making money and that are becoming better traders. If they can do it, so can you. They're not special. I love them to death. They're not smarter than you. They don't have more time than you. They don't have more money than you. They don't have more experience than you. What they do have that you don't is a professional education, access to professional tools that give you more information to help you make better decisions. And they're part of a community of over 10,000 members that generally gives a damn whether they succeed or fail. That's what's different. So if you guys want a chance at a free membership, go to TTG.com, sign up for the trial, then get into the main chat room, and we'll do a giveaway for a free annual membership for the trial members that are signing up here now.
Okay. All right. So now we got to talk about what happened today. Oy. Really? Can you send me a link to that? Because I have other links as well.
Yeah. How do I? Yes, hold on.
That's a picture.
Oh, but that's what I got. I don't have a, that's what he sent me. I don't have a link.
Got it.
Sorry.
All right. So let's do this. Guys, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat if you've heard of Atlas Trading, Zach Morris, PJ Matlock, all of those guys. Type the number 1 in chat if you've heard of Atlas Trading, PJ Matlock, all those people. All right, a lot of people have heard of them. So a couple, I don't know how long ago it was. When did I come on here and say that MMTLP was a pump and dump and went over how pumping it? When
December 8th.
So December 8th, I came on this stream.
I'm trying to think now. Yeah, I honestly don't. Adam, I don't remember the exact date, but it was a week ago. So
Yeah,
I don't remember the exact date.
So whenever it was within the past week. I came on here and I explained to everyone how pump and dumps work, how stock promotion works, because I went ahead and I called MMTLP a pump and dump, right? A lot of people did not like that. Okay, it was 2 days before it got halted. A lot of people did not like that. A lot of people, thought that I worked for Citadel. Ken, brother, if you're hiring, I'll take a $50 million advance. I'm just kidding. But Twitter will use that sound clip to prove their point. But it is really unfortunate, and it is really scary what happens here, because a lot of you started trading when AMC and GME started trading, and a lot of you started trading and held AMC and GME in those stocks because you guys all believed in a singular cause, that you were fighting market inequality, that you were fighting back against the hedge funds, that you were trying to take a stand. And that's a really important thing. I mean, with the exception of Occupy Wall Street, which I don't really think had that much of an impact. This was something, the 8 movement and what it is that you guys that were involved in that were able to do. You were able to make them bleed. You were able to show that these big companies, these big hedge funds, that they're not invincible, right? It's a big win. Even though AMC didn't go to $500,000, it's still a massive win. But what you guys didn't understand is that it's not just the hedge funds. It's not just the shorts and the hedgies and all this stuff and the SEC and all that. It's not just those things. But it's opportunists as well. There's a lot of people that exploited people's emotion with AMC and GME. There was a lot of manipulation going on. And then, right after that, or not after that, but simultaneously, you had other people like Atlas Trading. Now, in fairness, one of the people that was mentioned in the indictment is a guy named Hugh Henney, right? Very knowledgeable kid. Understood a lot about.
Well, Adam, what indictment? You didn't. You just said one of. You didn't say what happened.
Yeah. So there was an indictment released today for 8 members of Atlas Trading. And I can put it on the screen, and then I'll give it to Joe to post the link. But essentially, here we go. Look, one of the guys that's mentioned in here, his name is Hugh Henney, right? He came on our live stream and spoke to members about Roth IRAs, right? Just a young kid, was successful. His podcast, Pennies Going in Raw, was actually backed by iHeartRadio. I mean, these guys were not like, some of these guys that were involved were not just little, Discord influencers. They were people that had real backing. The kid was well-spoken. I mean, it's tough to tell. It's really tough to tell. Right? So we had him on. He talked about Roth IRAs, and it was great. Right? We had, and then we also had on this live stream once before, we had Tommy Cooperman, who was also in mentioned in the indictment in there, right? And the reason I wanted him to come on is because I wanted to. You have to understand, before today, right? Atlas Trading was the largest chat room for traders online. Atlas Trading was massive. Massive. I wanted to understand what they were seeing inside of their Discord. I wanted to see, because this was right at the time where AMC and all these other people were, AMC, GME, and everything else was really taking top flight. I wanted input on this. I found it fascinating. Okay? So I wanted those, I wanted to get a little bit of feedback from them. Now, I understand that, what was it? Ripster was not mentioned in there. I'll give you 2 guesses who the $20 million SEC whistleblower is. So there was a $20 million award for a whistleblower to the SEC on this case. You guys want to guess who you want to? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I could be totally wrong. But normally the 1 or 2 people that aren't mentioned in this indictment are usually the people that were the ones that snitched. And whatever, that's their prerogative or whatever, What I will tell you is this. What I will tell you is this. What I found to be most, I explained how this works. It's very simple, right? You go ahead and you have a group. What they did is not a new trick. Okay? You get a group of people together, you all quietly buy up a stock without artificially and without making the increase in volume too noticeable, right? You do this over a long period of time, so you get a lot of the stock, right? And then what you do is you have to, amass a following, and you alert it to your followers, but you're not disclosing that you've been purchasing it all along. Okay? And you're literally front loading and dumping on your people. Okay? What I find very interesting, and it's a 40-page document. Hang on, I'll find it here. Here it is. So on this 40-page document, Joe, if you wanna post that in chat so people can pull it up as well. On page 33 of this document, you will notice. I'm sorry, page 31. Does everyone see that company right there? Does everyone see the company that is there? Does anyone know what company Torchlight turned into? Type the ticker in chat if you know what company it turned into. The answer is MMAT and MMTLP. There's some very interesting reading starting on page 31 for anyone that thought that MMTLP and MMAT was just all shorts and manipulation from FINRA. This is the stuff that people don't want you to know. This is the stuff that people want to keep you in the dark about, because as long as they keep you in the dark, as long as you're not educated, they will always be able to do this sort of thing. Guys, the other day when I did the live stream on here and I talked about this, I got threats. My wife got threats for telling you the truth. People were so desperate to hear what they wanted to hear that they were willing to make like legitimate threats. And this is not just a problem for these guys, right? This is not just a problem for or not for these guys, but for this company. This is going to be even bigger problem going into the new year. You want to know why? You're going to hear it here first. It used to be that stock promotion was really rampant and only really existed, with a few exceptions, on the OTC. Okay? That used to be the case. So if you didn't trade the OTC, if you stayed away from the OTC, then you were fine. Unfortunately, what has taken place, or not unfortunately, but unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it, what has happened is that it has become very hard to deposit shares of OTC penny stocks at brokerage firms that will allow you to deposit it, which means that they will not, that people that do convertible debentures and pipes and debt deals with these penny stocks that are very egregious, they are not going to be able to do that with penny stocks anymore. But you know where they can do that? They can do that on the NASDAQ. They can do that on the New York Stock Exchange all day because it is effortless. Not effortless, but it is very simplistic compared to the OTC to deposit shares. You are about to have a big dynamic shift going into 2023 where stock promotion, toxic stock promotion is going to start piling in at a bigger rate to mainstream markets. It's going to be a thing where it was not a thing, where it was, it existed with a couple of exceptions. This is going to get a lot worse. And unfortunately, I don't think that's, Mike, you think social media is going away anytime soon?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Listen. The more of you that are unable to think for yourselves, the more of you that are uneducated. So how does FINRA okay these counterfeit shares? FINRA is an independent regulatory body. They're not even a government agency. What do you mean FINRA? I don't know how much power you think FINRA has, but they ain't got that much power. So
that person's talking about some stuff with MMTLP.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
that person's been asking that question like 5 times.
Okay, that person needs to listen, guys. There may look. I'm not saying that shorts don't mess around, and I'm not saying that the market isn't manipulated by hedge funds. I'm not saying any of those things. What I'm saying is that those things are seldom the case of what you are experiencing right now. The simplest answer is usually correct. That's it. The simplest answer is usually correct. These guys exploited a loophole. Yeah, as Sarah Weber, absolutely. And so Sarah Weber saying Ari Rubenstein was one of the people who started it on the OTC. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. Gary Gensler was the chief financial officer to Hillary Clinton's campaign. And Gary Gensler, that's the chair of the SEC, has met with Sam Bankman-Fried behind closed doors 2 times in the past 2 years. That doesn't pass the smell test either. The point is that it is hard for you guys to get real information to get ahead. It is hard for you to get real information to get ahead. There is a lot, as long as people can make you, I mean, you got to see, I mean, I don't know if you could see some of these, I mean, let me see if I can find some of the comments that were in here, but I mean, it was really bad.
It's absolutely terrible.
It's absolutely disgusting, man. Like, I had never seen anything like this before.
Just pure scum. You're talking about like their comments to themselves, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some like we're dumping all over these mother effers, like stuff like that, right?
Yeah, calling like their followers a bunch of retards, things like things like that.
Yeah, that's real nice.
It's
The
really
people that,
disgusting.
the people that are following you because they think you have any clue about the stock market, and you're going to give them good advice and tell them CEI is going to go to $100. Meanwhile, the stock's at 8 cents right now. Telling people that, yeah, we're going to dump all over these retards. Like, are you kidding me? It's just disgusting people. Just absolutely disgusting people.
How do these people sleep at night? Very well, in their big houses with their cars in the front of their driveway, all of that. It's disgusting, man. It's sad because you don't need to do these things to get ahead in this industry. You don't need to do these things to get ahead in this industry. Right? Like, you don't need to.
Oh.
Let me ask you a question real quick. How many of you are not True Trading Group members that are on here that have lost money trying to trade on your own or listening to social media? Type TTG one more time. If you're not a TTG member and you have spent money or lost money trying to listen to somebody else or trying to figure out the secret or whatever, type TTG in chat. Yeah, look, Ryan, Tony, Jim, FS Panu, Sarah Weber, George Garcia, a lot of people. It's messed up. It's really messed up because what's happened is that you have to understand, and I'll wrap it with this. I said we'd be done before 6, but here's the thing. What are the two biggest commodities, personal commodities for yourself, for any one person? What are the two things that if everyone felt like they had more of it, that they could be successful? What are those things? What two things? Anyone? Time and money.
Hey, yo, George.
Time and money. If you had more time and more money, you would be, that's exactly correct. Now, again, I know that this is not for everyone, okay? I know this is not for everyone, but it's for a lot of people. During the pandemic, a lot of you had a lot of extra time, and a lot of you had a lot of extra money. That opportunity, Joe, can you post the link again, please? That opportunity of having an influx of time and money for most people, it is really upsetting to see what other people did to exploit that. And it is even more upsetting to see what other people that were exploited are doing to not own responsibility for some of the things that they bought into. COVID ended up being massive opportunity for a lot of people. It was terrible for a lot of people. A lot of people lost their lives. I'm not trying to make light of anything. I'm just saying that a lot of people were given a lot of extra time and a lot of extra money. And it's upsetting that there's a lot of people that unfortunately got taken out of the market because of things like AMC, because of things like GME, because of things like Atlas Trading. It is unfortunate because it didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to be that way. And then everyone complains about not being able to get ahead.
Yep. Everybody comes into the market during COVID, which is a great thing. I think every single person needs to have a general understanding of the markets, whether you day trade, swing trade, or just long-term investing. So whether you trade for income or you just invest to build wealth, you should have an understanding of this, because the greatest equalizer is the greatest wealth building opportunity of your life. And, you know, a lot of people came into that because of COVID, which is great. But people came in and they looked for all the shortcuts. They looked for all the easy stuff. They looked for all the, how can I make money overnight? And where did they go? They flocked to all the scam artists that prey on your desire to make fast, quick, and easy money. They preyed on your desire and your want to better your financial situation. And they formed a cult following. And the masses bought into it big time. They bought into it so much to the point where, you know, somebody that had 1 year of stock market experience that was spreading a bunch of nonsense to people online and on social media, I would come on a live stream with 17 years of experience professionally working at a fund in New York City, and I would tell you the truth. And these people would tell me that I was an idiot and I was wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about. That's how crazy people got. And then all of this, the music stops. AMC goes to $5. CEI goes to 8 cents. Wish goes to, I don't know, $1, whatever it is. MMTLP gets halted, no short squeeze to 100. And all the people that listen to the scammers are now saying the stock market's a scam. And now those people lost all of their hard-earned money because they were preyed on by people with no morals whatsoever that are not stock market professionals. They're not stock market gurus. They're stock market scammers. And all those people that came into the stock market are now going to leave again because they think the stock market's a scam and they lost all their money. These people just robbed you of your opportunity to build wealth, because you are about to get one of the greatest wealth building opportunities of your life when I believe the markets sell off one more time at the first half of next year.
Yeah.
And the people that are prepared for that, the people that are educated for that, the people that are in the market for that are going to capitalize on it. And they're going to be able to buy stocks like NVIDIA and Snowflake and AMD at discount prices that over the next 5, 7, 10 years will generate an immense amount of wealth for you and your family. These people are robbing you of that. And yet people on social media back them and they support them. They're like, oh, screw the big guy. Oh, screw the SEC.
Let me give you guys a hot take real quick, and I don't care if you like it or not at this point. The shorts had covered multiple times on AMC already. The shorts weren't the ones holding down AMC. It was all the other people that were selling. All the people that were on Twitter telling you to hold and be strong and be great and come up with all the theories, they're the ones selling to you. GME, same thing. MMTLP, same thing. It literally, there's a court document for it. That's the truth. You all were lied to and manipulated. That's the truth.
Doesn't have to be that way.
Does not have to be that way.
I hate it. I really hate it because I take a look at my life, and I would not be where I am in my life if it wasn't for the knowledge and experiences and everything that I have and the skill set that I've generated over the time when it comes to the stock market. I would not be where I am. I know for a fact firsthand the positive impact that this knowledge could have on your life. And there's a lot of people out there that work their asses off to earn the money that they have. And they want to do anything they possibly can to better their situation and their family. And you should be given a fair shot at that. The stock market is a place where you can get a fair shot at that. You just have to start listening to people that actually know what they're talking about and not fall victim to the oh, hey, follow me for 10 minutes a day and you'll make $1,000 a day. You really think it's that simple? Do you really think there's somebody out there that has some special secret pattern that Wall Street doesn't know about, but this person on Twitter does? Really? No. Guys, I worked at a hedge fund. There's not a secret pattern. There's not a secret indicator. If there was, they would have told me it, right? A lot of people join True Trading Group because they think I'm going to give them the secret. Oh, because, this guy worked at a hedge fund. He knows the secret. I'm going to sign up for it. No, there's no secret. The secret is, I'll tell you exactly what the secret is. The secret is, when I got hired at the fund, guess what I had to do for the first 3 months? I had to sit in a classroom style setting and learn. I had to go through an educational training program. Really? And it wasn't until I passed that training program that they let me start trading with their money. If a hedge fund that controls just under $500 million is not going to let a new person that they hired touch their money until they're educated, why are you touching yours before you're educated? Because people on social media are telling you that there's these fake shares that are moved to some account somewhere far, far away. There's hundreds of millions of shares that are short. There's going to be the mother of all short squeezes. The gamma squeeze is coming. Hold on.
Look,
The stock's going to 100. The stock's going to 100. The diamond hand. Don't be a you-know-what. Hold on. And you do, and you hold on, and you buy into that. And now those stocks are at $1.08. They're not at 100. They're not at 500. They're not at 1,000. You want to know what stocks are at 100? Nvidia, Snowflake, Apple. It bothers me when I see this happen to people. It bothers me to see people get taken advantage. People that are, you know how hard somebody had to work? Someone might have lost $5,000 in MMTLP. You know how many hours that person has to work to make $5,000? It just pisses me off, guys. This is why we started True Trading Group in the first place. To revolutionize and change this industry, give you real education, real tools, real community, real guidance. No, is my analysis going to be right 100% of the time? No, I'm going to make losing trades, guys. Newsflash. I don't have a 100% win rate. But I know what the F I'm talking about. Now, that doesn't mean that you agree with my opinion, but when I explain certain things, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not paid by the hedgies to help push MMTLP down, which is actually what people said on this live stream. We tried warning people. We tried warning people about MMTLP. And people were like, how much do the hedge funds pay you to say that? You really think that's how this works? Sorry, guys. I get emotional I'm passionate about this stuff. I care. This is why True Trading Group is here. Just want to help people make better decisions. You guys make better decisions. It can greatly change your life. And not just for you, but for your kids. And that's why we do this.
Yeah. All right. Here's what we're going to do because it's getting late. Guys, real quick, anyone that wants to do the anyone that well, here, we can just do it on here. I'll do it real quick. We'll do the giveaway for members, the 2 Amex gift cards for $500. I'll do that real quick. Or do you want to do it in the chat? Let's do it in the chat. Just go right up. Yeah. TTG members, go into the main chat room. We'll do it in there before we do the other one.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
TTG members, go into the main chat and we'll do the giveaway for you guys inside the main chat. Does that work, everybody?
All right. They're all piling in right now.
Cool. Great.
All right. And then for those that are new, that are just joining us, how many people on here are still not True Trading Group members? Type TTG in chat. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, you're not a trial member, and you want a free membership to True Trading Group, type TTG in chat. If you're not a trial member and you want a free membership to True Trading Group. Okay, here's what I'm doing. So everyone typing TTG is not a member, you're not a trial member, and you want a free membership. What I am doing is this. We are going to give away one free annual membership right after this live stream in our main chat room. In order to be included, you need to go to ttgthree.com. That is ttg3.com. You enter your first name, you enter your email address, you click yes, I want this. And Joe, you can start filling out the form when it loads, or the application when it loads. You fill out the application that's on the page. Why is there an application? Here's why. If you're doing this just to get the free membership and you have no interest in learning anything, if you're dead broke and have nothing, if you need your spouse's approval to trade, if you need if you're coming in here just for stock alerts, if you're don't do it. Don't sign up. We don't want you. You're willing to invest time, money, and put forth a little bit of effort, we'll go to the ends of the earth for you. That's who we are. So you fill out that application. If you're approved, you go to this page. It's a $3 trial. It's $3. It's a one-time payment of $3. When the trial is over, it does not automatically renew. It does not, there's no auto upgrade. There's no automatic renewal. If you wanted an annual membership, you would literally have to type in your credit card info again on a separate page and sign up for it. Okay? So that is that. But in order to be included in that giveaway, you have to go to that page, ttg3.com, enter your info, sign up for the trial. In about 5 minutes, we're going to go in the chat. We're going to give away one annual membership for free. And then I am going to give everyone that is a trial in there a one-time take it or leave it discount to sign up for an annual membership. We are doing this because we did not have time to set up our holiday sale properly today. So we will be doing that tomorrow. So tomorrow we're kicking off the holiday sale. It'll start off at $1,200. It'll be walked up daily. After Christmas, it'll be $1,500. Into the new year, it will be over $2,000. Once you're finished signing up, this is how you access the chat room. This is your member dashboard. After you sign up, you'll see that in the first 2 days, we offer you a price of $14.20, and our regular price is $22.12. So if you sign up for the trial, we offer you a price of $14.20. 2 days after that, it's $14.70, then $14.97, then $16.98. Okay? You guys, if you don't win the free membership, will not pay anywhere near that. All right? You will not pay anywhere near that if you don't win and you are offered it. And yes, the offer tonight will include a free laptop and a one-on-one trading mentor session with Mike or any of the other mods in chat. There is 9 of them. Okay? Sign up for the trial. We'll start exactly at 6:15. It is 6 p.m. We will start in 15 minutes exactly.
And members head into the main chat also for your giveaway.
On your dashboard, click main chat right here to enter the chat room. Okay. Excellent. Also, let me see something. How many of you in here right now are existing TTG members? Type the number 1 if you're an existing TTG member. Okay. Type the letter A if you are a TTG annual member and you're not an STR member. If you're not an STR member and you're not a lifetime member and you are a TTG annual member, type the letter A in chat. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. Okay. We are going to also give away 1 free STR spot tonight as well. Get in chat.
This is awesome. This is going to be a fun night. Guys, get inside chat. Let's do this.
And for those and for those that are not called for obviously we only have 1 STR winner. We have 10 spots remaining for STR. What we're going to do is when we are done giving away the STR spot, we will then go ahead and give a massive discount on STR for the last 9 people that want to sign up, and that'll be all the STR spots we have for the year. Get your butts in chat right now.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to start in 12 minutes, guys. 12 minutes.
Guys,
Mike,
head into the main chat room. Head into the main chat room. So we got a lot going on. We're giving away a free annual membership to a bunch of trial members. We're giving away a free STR membership to a bunch of annual members. We got the $500 gift cards also. Get your butts in main chat right now. Again, if you want to join the trial membership, so you have a chance at winning a free membership, go to ttgthree.com. Join the 7-day trial. It's only $3. It is a one-time payment. There's no automatic upgrade or reoccurring payment or automatic renewal. None of that. One-time payment of $3. Even if you don't win the free membership, you get our trial for 7 trading days. The weekends do not count against your trial. You get 7 trading days. And if you don't win the membership, the free membership, Adam's going to give you guys a special one-time offer if you do want to join after the giveaway. And then STR, the annual members, you get in there. We're going to give away 1 free STR membership. And then anyone that's not selected as the member for STR, Adam Walls, we have 9 spots left for STR. We'll give you a special discount deal once, take it or leave it, for STR. So we have a lot happening. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Get into the main chat right now. I'll see you guys in 11 minutes. Subscribe to this channel, smash the like button, turn on notifications. I'll see you guys tomorrow.